I mean, I can buy anything I want, basically, but I can't buy time.
To have time is the most precious thing you can have.
I better be careful with it.
People like to gamble. To quite an extent, gambling is a tax on ignorance. I mean, if you want to tax the ignorant, people who will do things with the odds against them, you just put it in, and guys like me don't have to pay tax.
There'd be a lot of chaos in real estate financing for one reason.
Quick question. You ever look at your bank account and go, where the heck did my money go? Yeah, me too. If you want to stop stressing about money and actually start building something solid, like real life comfort, not just surviving, then you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down 7 things poor folks waste money on, according to Warren Buffett. Yep, that old billionaire guy who still eats McDonald's and somehow knows everything about money. And guess what? The last item on the list will surprise you, so stay until the end to not miss any details. Now, this ain't about shaming anybody, okay? We've all spent money on dumb stuff. I once bought a $12 juice that promised to cleanse my soul. It didn't. But, if you're tired of watching your money disappear faster than your weekend, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and tap that little bell so you don't miss our weekly money tips made for real people. All right, let's dive in. 7 money traps Warren Buffett says to avoid. Number 1, paying for a gym without commitment. Okay, we've all been there. You sign up for that shiny, expensive gym, maybe even during January when the New Year, New Me vibes are high. Super motivated, like, this is it, I'm gonna get fit. But then, a few weeks or months go by and you're barely showing up. Meanwhile, that monthly fee keeps hitting your account. Sound familiar? It's a total money trap. You're literally paying for something you're not using, and that's money just flying out the window. But hey, here's a thought. Why not try free or low-cost fitness options instead? Go for a walk, run around the block, or hit up some YouTube workout videos. There are tons of ways to stay fit without draining your bank account. The goal isn't to have the fanciest gym, it's to stay consistent. And Buffett, he's all about making smart, simple choices that actually work. So yeah, this one's a no-brainer. Number 2, watching too much TV or playing video games. Now this one hits close, right? After a long day, it's tempting to sink into the couch and binge Netflix or crush some levels on your favorite game. Heck, we've all been there. But, here's where it gets tricky. Warren Buffett says lower-income households spend way more time glued to the screen than they do reading, learning, or improving their skills. Now, don't get me wrong. Entertainment is fine. It's necessary even. But if all your free time is spent binge-watching shows or leveling up in a game, you're kind of missing out on opportunities to, grow. Look at the rich folks. They're using that same free time to read, network, or invest in themselves. They're stacking knowledge, building connections, and leveling up in real life. That's where the difference lies. Number 3, buying luxury brands. You've seen it. The $200 shirt, the flashy bag, the stuff that basically yells, "Hey, I've made it!" But, here's the twist. Most wealthy folks, they're not out here showing off. They're rocking simple, comfy clothes, driving used cars, and hanging onto their phones until they practically fall apart. It's not that they can't afford the luxury stuff, they just don't see the point in paying extra for a name tag. See, they understand value. Like, why drop hundreds on something just because it's designer when a $10 version works just as well? That $200 shirt? It doesn't make you rich. It just makes you look like you are. So before you splurge, ask yourself, am I buying this for me or for the flex? Because, real wealth? It's quiet. Number 4, buying a new car. Yeah, they're shiny, they've got that fresh smell, and they make you feel like a boss for a hot minute. But, here's the thing. The second you drive that baby off the lot, boom, 20 to 30% of its value gone. And after 5 years, that sweet ride is probably worth half of what you paid. It's kind of wild when you think about it. Like, Why borrow a bunch of money for something that drops in value that fast? Here's the smarter move. Go for a used car that's 2 to 3 years old. You still get something reliable, it still looks good, and you're not getting slammed with that brutal depreciation. You get to keep more money in your pocket and still pull up in style. Sounds like a win-win, right? Number 5. Taking expensive vacations you can't afford. I get it. Experiences matter, right? Traveling is awesome. It's like hitting the reset button for your mind. But here's the thing. Going into debt just to go on a trip? That's a terrible financial move. Think about it. You might spend thousands on a vacation, then spend years paying that off. Yeah, it sounds fun now, but that vacation, it's got a price tag that follows you long after you've returned. Instead, here's a better plan. Only travel when you can actually afford it. No pressure to treat yourself or keep up with the Instagram influencers. Vacations should be about recharging, not stressing about money. So save up, plan ahead, and when the time's right, take that dream trip. You'll feel way better without the financial hangover. Number 6. Buying a house too early. Buying a house too early might just be one of the biggest money mistakes people make. We're all told that owning a home is the American dream, but wealthy folks don't rush into it. They rent for a while, building their financial foundation before thinking about a mortgage. It sounds great to own a home, right? But here's the thing. Too many people dive in headfirst, taking on massive debt for a house they can't really afford, and then, boom, they're stuck with a monthly payment that eats up their paycheck. Ouch. The key takeaway here is that a home isn't really an investment unless it's making you money. Most of the time, it's just draining your wallet with expenses like mortgage, maintenance, insurance, and taxes. Buffett's not saying home ownership is bad. He's just saying jumping in with debt and no solid plan? That's the real danger. Number 7. Let's end with a spicy one. Gambling. Okay, I know. You're probably thinking, but what about that one time I hit $50 on a scratch-off ticket? Sure, a little fun is fine, like betting on the game with friends or tossing a few bucks in the slot machines in Vegas. But, and this is a big but, if you're treating gambling as your golden ticket to wealth, nope. That's a bad move. For every one person who wins big, there are thousands losing their money. It's so tempting to think, maybe this next one will be the lucky one. But it's a trap. Here's the deal. Luck isn't a strategy. Real wealth comes from consistent effort, smart decisions, and putting in the work, not hoping for a miracle. Sure, you might hit it big once, but the odds are stacked against you, and it's addictive. So if you're serious about growing your money, focus on strategies that are more reliable, like smart investing and making informed choices. No more relying on chance, all right? So let's quickly go over the 7 things poor people often waste money on, according to Warren Buffett. Unused gym memberships, great intentions, but yeah, poor follow-through. Binge watching and gaming, stealing your time and potential. Luxury brands. You're paying for the logo, not always better quality. Brand new cars, they lose value fast and drain your wallet. Over-the-top vacations, fun in the moment but painful to pay off later. Buying a house too soon, especially with debt, it can totally wreck your finances. Gambling, relying on luck, that's a losing game, my friend. If you've stuck around this long, thank you. You're already one step closer to making smarter money moves and, getting that financial freedom. And hey, before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you can catch all our weekly tips on building wealth, making smart money choices, and living your best life. Catch you in the next one.